Hey guys, welcome to a creative space on the internet. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Okay, so I'm gassed. I have a garden, y'all. It's a thing. Like, my garden's a thing. Guess me. So April 9th, I seeded a bunch of vegetable plants, and it's now 5 weeks later. In the course of this 5 weeks, I've gone through many emotions, and I just wanted to make this quick video to share that with you guys, just in case someone's, starting their first garden or wants to start a garden and just like don't really know what to expect or what to do, or things like that. All right, so let's start with mistakes. The first mistake that I made was I started my seeds too late in the season. I started seeds April 9th, and I should have started them in February. It's now May 16th, and summer is like a week away. The first day of summer is like a week away. We're at the end of spring, and we just got our first 80-degree day yesterday. So certain plants like my cucumbers and my tomatoes aren't doing as well as I want them to. So that was mistake number one, starting my seeds way too late in the season. Mistake number two, I transplanted my seedlings way too soon. I transplanted them after like 4 weeks. So wow, this week went by very slow. So I transplanted my seedlings a week ago, and they're not doing the best. You want to give your plants minimum 6 weeks before you put them outside. And for a week, certain plants like your tomatoes and your cucumbers, you want to kind of like get them adjusted to the outside elements. You want to, put them outside on the porch or patio or whatever for a few hours, bring them in the house, put them back outside. If you have that luxury, do that, for a few hours, put them back outside, bring them back in. Or, in a shaded area on a nice day, like 70 or higher, you want to 65 or higher, you can put them in a nice shaded area all day, until right before sunset. You can put them outside just to get them ready to go into the ground. You don't want to shock them by putting them straight from your in the house, in the nursery somewhere, into the ground. You don't want to do that. Okay, so mistake number 3. I was winging it, y'all. I winged it. The seeds that I planted were from last year or 2 years ago. I didn't have fertilizer, I didn't have plant food, I didn't have neem oil, I didn't have anything that I needed to care for this garden. So as I'm going and as I'm preparing for problems, I'm ordering stuff, and it's a little bit more difficult because there's a pandemic going on. So Amazon been wilding with the shipping dates. So I have cucumbers out there in the ground. I have tomatoes out there in the ground. I have lettuce out there in the ground. I have kale, collards out there in the ground. I have chard out there in the ground. And it's getting warmer, so I'm getting a little nervous about caterpillars and aphids and, just pests and insects. I've already had a whole big thing with, I don't know if it was squirrels, a beaver, my dog, but they just... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about you. It wasn't me. I don't know what it was, but they just kept going in there, digging up my onions, digging up my garlic, eating up my marigolds. Yeah, I had to plan for a fence in week 4. I literally just got a fence plotted and with enough walking space and watering space and harvesting space. And that all should have been ready and mapped out, and I didn't have it ready and mapped out. I still don't have neem oil, so I'm just praying to the garden gods that I don't get no type of pests, because there's a lot of flies out there. I'm just like buzzing around my tomatoes and stuff, and I'm just so nervous that I'm gonna have pests before I get this neem oil popping. I can't. The anxiety of it all, y'all. So yeah, so that was really my 3 mistakes. That was about it. Expectations. Do I have any? Yes, I do. My expectations is for this to be bomb. .com, that's it. Period. Poo. No. I'm completely kidding. I have no expectations for this garden. I'm just really proud of myself for setting the goal, working on the goal, well, towards the goal, on the goal, and heading towards accomplishment of that goal. That's all. That my expectations were just to accomplish the goal. It would be amazingly cool if I can get enough crop to participate in my local farmers market, or even make a nice full vegan dinner for my family with everything from my garden. That would be also very rewarding. But other than that, I have no expectations. Or no, really, not. So, my goals pertaining to my garden. I'm being very realistic with this one, you guys. If we weren't on lockdown, I don't know if this garden would have happened. I like to stay busy. I do a lot of moving around. Just, I don't know how to sit still. And if I didn't have this time to sit still forcefully, I would not be voluntarily creating this garden. So my goals pertaining to the garden is to keep it up. Once quarantine is over, I don't want to slack. I don't want to neglect it. I want it to be, you know, a thing, because I do want gardening to be a new, you know, thing in my life where I'm just like, I'm a gardener. Oh, yeah. Oh, flowers here. I harvest my lilies. Oh, I harvest my sunflowers. Oh, you need tomatoes. Here, I harvest my tomatoes. You know, I want to be that sophisticated. So I think that's my word of the day. Sophisticated. So before I end this video, I actually want to show you guys a few things. So let's go. Let's take a walk. My lighting is gonna get crazy because I'm in the kitchen and they got good lighting, but I'm about to go in the living room where it's whack. Okay, so we're entering the living room, and that is where my nursery is. So again, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. You've seen the nursery before. All right, so here's some peppers. These are bell peppers. These are gonna go on the ground probably the second week of June. Here is some basil. This is actually going to go on the ground probably in a week or two. I don't know. Kenny is all in the background having a full-blown conversation. Some parsley. So this is just like single seed parsley. And then I have this parsley going. Can you see that? That is pods. I don't like pods. Don't buy pods. They make it seem like it's gonna be such an easy thing, but it's really crappy. There's a tomato plant and a kale plant, which I just seeded like the beginning of this week. It's such a daredevil. Here's cauliflower. And here is a miniature, like a hybrid cucumber plant. So you see this cucumber plant? Let's walk with this. Actually, I got one in the kitchen that I'm gonna take with me. So Okay, so I'm outside. Boom. I hope you guys can see that. Can you see it? All right. So these are cucumber plants. And I seeded this cucumber plant the same time I seeded this one. This has been in a house for 1 week longer than the ones that are in the ground. And as you can see, the growth is just completely, like, tremendously different. And it's like, it's crazy. So I'm gonna give these time. I'm gonna give these like another 2-3 weeks to see how they do out here. And if they don't do good, I'm gonna pull them up and I'm going to put them in a greenhouse, and I'm gonna put the ones from the house in the garden. Crazy. So that's pretty much it. Week 5, you know, whole summer, and we get into fall to go for some crops. If you want to keep up with my garden and different things that I'm going to be doing in the garden, different like experiments I'm going to have in my greenhouse, all that kind of stuff, you know, you can follow me on Instagram. You can keep coming back to this YouTube channel here, or you can keep up with everything on A Creative Space at ericad.com.
Follow me too.
Oh my God, Kenny.
In the description.
All right, y'all. We're going to clean up dog poop now. Wait, you stepping in some.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is
Bye.
that